win early in the season. Their percentages kept them ahead of Camberwell and Sunshine, still lamenting on the bottom of the ladder. Looking at the teams as selected on Thursday night. First of all, we check off the Frankston side, Ted Henrys.
Yes, Phil, speaking with Mike Patterson, and you heard him say to Rod there were no changes in the Frankston team today, and it looks a very good lineup too, except possibly they're a bit heavily built there with Sala and also Geddes and Enbom. They're three big players and obviously are going to be pitted in the ruck against Gary Milroy of Coburg, but that side will line up as selected.
And now we check off the Coburg team.
And the Coburg team, according to John Nichols, will line up as selected too. And very interested to see two players there today. Gary Halbert coming back for his first game with Coburg after a stint at Hawthorn. And also Reno Preto, a player that was at Fitzroy 2 years ago, spent last year the full season with Camberwell and has done very well indeed since he came to Coburg. And this should be his 7th game today with them.
Other games being played in and around Melbourne today in First Division. Let's have a look at them. Caulfield and Port Melbourne in the split round. Caulfield at home and Brunswick at home to Paran. And then in Second Division, Northcote at home, Camberwell, Waverley, Sunshine, Williamstown all at home. And then we have the Second Division interstate side playing the South Australian Football Association, and we'll have progress scores on that throughout the afternoon. The weather forecast cold with showers later and hail and thunder. The current temperature 10 degrees. Waiting on the sides to come on the ground, and while waiting for the teams to make their appearance, we will be having a parachute jumping display here just before it gets underway today, and we'll take you down to the Adams High Flyer team manager in Peter Cloak to tell exactly what's happening. There's the Cessna at the moment, and it won't be very long, and a minute or so before we see the skydive come out of the aircraft. It's not a windy day, it's just the cameraman late night. It'll be quite interesting to see these boys come down, be landing right in the centre ground here at Frank. And it'll be pretty cold up there today. They told me freezing once you get above that 1,000-foot area. But everybody looking skywards here to see the parachutes make their descent. And when Peter Cloak is ready, we're taking you down to the gun to team manager Peter Cloak to tell us exactly what the boys will be doing in the fall. The Cessna aircraft at Frankston here today. The big match, of course, Frankston and Coburg. Anyway, at this stage, it won't be long, so we'll take down to Peter Cloak ground to tell us exactly what's happening. Peter?
Here he goes. It is now just circled around the Adams High Flyers, 3 parachutists, all who have presented Australia, are about to come across the Frankston Oval and exit aircraft. I think this is jump run now. Aeroplane levelling out. As his head's at the door, he can see everything and everyone. Aeroplane's level out. 20 seconds. Now the adrenaline pumping up there. They're getting ready for it now. They're all looking out the door. They're all looking at target. 3 of the most highly qualified jumpers in Australia in the plane, led by Colin Tice of the Bayside Jump Company, who had 1,500 jumps. Ray Foster, who's represented Australia twice with 1,750 jumps. And John Middleton, the older member of the team, who's represented Australia and England 3 times and had 2,250 jumps. So a very experienced group. They're out, 1 on, 2 on. And where's number 3? 2 out. We're missing 1 jumper. I hope he's still in the plane. I certainly hope he's there. They're holding off into the wind. Slowly but surely coming down. I wonder what happened to the third person. Into spirals, chasing each other. Each spiral loses 150 feet, so you don't want to do many spirals. Over to the ground. The Herbert Adams high flyers, especially formed for disguise, such as the coming VFA Grand Final. Normally upwards 5 jump on these displays. They have an average of 1,000 jumps. Do going to be relative work, as well as aerobatics underneath the canopy. Collins ice underneath the white Armstrong canopy will be first to land, followed by Middleton under the multicolour canopy. These are high-performance sensor canopies with a forward speed of 30 an hour and landing speed of almost 0. They're holding off right over the top of the target. Jay coming out, and they'll just walk. Again, fighting for a bit of the target. Both coming into the Herbert Adams Flyers target. Ready for the donuts. There we go. Slowly down. Feather touch landing. Thank you, Phil.
Right, thank you very much, Peter, and enjoyable scent. The high flyers then as the Coburg side coming out onto the ground. Already on the ground we have the field umpires. The field umpires for today. Barry Fitzpatrick, who's been 13 years with the VFA. He's on the right of the screen, and then Bill Tawney, 15 years. The boundary umpires, Mike Stock, 16 years, and Malcolm Owen, 2. The goal umpires, Ian Robinson, 7, Kevin Kerr, 3. The emergency umpires, Richard Brown, 8 years, and umpires board representative, Peter Griffin, as we have Coburg doing their preliminary circuit of the ground, still waiting on Frankston. And it won't be long, I wouldn't imagine, before they do come out onto the ground. And there, as we see the banner go up, it's a tribute to Arthur Bell. Arthur, 50 plus 100, as the Frankston side move out onto the ground prior to the big game here today in Dolphin territory on the Frankston Oval. Yeah. Well, down here we have the Dolphinettes performing. Prior to the commencement of the games, the team moves over towards the main stand. Coburg players still warming up on the other side of the ground there. At this stage, we must mention too that the Frankston players are wearing the black armbands. You'll notice is through the afternoon as a mark of respect for former player Craig Cunningham, who died early this week at the age of 21. As I said, Craig played early in the season with the club. The club sends their condolences to the family and friends of Craig Cunningham. Well, now just waiting on the sides to take their positions. Toss to be taken. And looking forward to a good game. Rob Asper has just joined from the dressing rooms. Quite a good atmosphere down there in both three, Rob.
Yes, this Phil, especially in the Frankston rooms, the Coburg room, probably a little bit cramped. But, I was very interested to John Nichols. I had spoken to him for a while just to ask him how things are going at Coburg. Of course, they've Gary went back today from Hawthorne. Really going to help there because he was there last year, Coburg.
All right, I have the selections again for today. As we look at Nichols, who are you selecting?
I don't know. John Nichols, our camera sitting there, by the way, he's waving at it. I was going to go for, I will go for Coburg, yes.
All right, Ian?
Coburg.
And Bill Jacobs, he's gone for Coburg as well. I'm going Frankston on their home ground here.
Is that the only reason?
No, not only the only reason. I was impressed with their performance. Port Melbourne is the top side in association today. So you see him toss 10. What's happened?
Well, Coburg have won the toss and they're kicking to the left of the screen, which is aided by a side breeze. So we have Frankston kicking to the right of the screen, and down at that ground we find Renato Serafin. His opponent today, Reen Preto.
You said
Gary Albert we see him.
Yeah.
Phil, you said you select Frankston a strength of performance against Port Melbourne. Are you forgetting that the only side have actually defeated Port Melbourne?
What is Phil business? Anyway, I haven't forgotten, but it'll be interesting to see it all work out. Anyway, we're ready to get underway. The game. And the two best will be Bill Tawney. I'm just waiting on a cue if Peter Hogan's watching. There it is. Let's see a very interesting crowd starting to build up now down here. And there goes Miller getting the out from the right. It goes across towards Jones, who's been particularly well. Frankston side. To the top of the ball they go. Holt was underneath the ball, but the umpire has to come at the ball up. Tawney for the bounce, right near the centre. Milroy getting that out, gets it down to the can't break it. And holding the ball was the decision of the umpire, and the free kick be taken by Moulton of Frankston. Moulton out towards the flush, coming and trying to take the mark is Herbert. He could break away with the ball. There he goes now. It's the hand pass into who got it on the neck and don't get the free. Got the hand pass, send towards centre. A kick off ground by Pitt up towards half forward. Moving out Housden. Big Joe Humphrey. Housden gets towards the half line for Frankston. Player going well at the moment of the neck, and Hartigan is there to get free. Hartigan set out looking for Terry down the flank position, but Doug coming in behind Doug to take them. So there goes across towards the centre forward zone, punched away to Smith, and there's a hand pass coming across towards Jones. Jones got upfield for Frankston towards the half-flood line. Boyd failing to the mark, but recovers quickly enough to put it high in the air towards the left forward flank, and Hartigan is the player to come in and fence to the mark. So Hartigan from a not a good kick, keep rather low, and he hit a team in Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald high towards half forward. The player taking the mark is Humphrey. So Humphrey of Frankston, the half-back line, over the centre line, up forward bank in front of the Dolphin stand, and it's out on the ball for free kick to be taken by Fitzgerald. John Fitzgerald, the man who's roaming far and wide at the moment. Well, it's back Pitt. It looks like it was Fitzgerald, but it's Pitt who's got them. Pitt up towards the half-forward line. They go high, trying to take the mark with Frankston. Over the top, the umpire will come in ball up. It's 2 minutes in the term. Either team scoring, and both, I'd say at this stage, had equal use of the ball. It got around that he's got to get the free. So, but within scoring range. Towards the Car Street end of the ground. That's to the left of the screen. John ruck running today. Solid, really player. Been for the Coburg side many years. This way, it's through for full points to Coburg. Right, the bounce has taken place. Berg have the 1 goal on board, and Frankston had to score by picking a free out of it, and a ball taken by Halsell. Halsell of Coburg from the centre, around, and then the left footer towards the half-foot zone. Robert Smith's there, punched away from Smith by Housden. Out towards the back line, where Cole moving in. He gets a kick and three towards the wing on the stand side, and going across there is very Pitt in. And the umpire blows a whistle as there's a free to Pitt. So Pitt now, the kick towards the half-foot line, plus settling into the ball, and moving in is free, and I think he's played a mark country.
Looks like he's going to be a telling game today, Phil.
Well, he's dominant play against Port Mobley in the match, if you remember, Ted. I'll keep referring back to that one. That's the last time we Frankston. Milroy slow, moving in to try and control ball, coming out with it is Hansen. Harbinson gets it across here in direction of Fitzgerald. Phil this time to E down towards the forward line. Smack a mouth out there. Well, Cole get the free kick. Another day to getting one of those. Anyway, Cole has the ball and he's in the half line towards the half forward line. Milroy coming in behind, stretches the long arms up. Don't tell me he's given a mark. I tell you what, they must have new instructions this with the umpires, Ted.
Quite obvious after that one.
Touch it and you got it. All right, the mark out to John Douglas of Coburg. Douglas across here, centre half forward, and Necki bring in on the ball. He's playing him today, gets in the back, and Necki gets a free kick. He's not any time either as he gets it on towards the half forward line. There's the Jones there, and Jones it's Jones. It's Eaton and sent towards Jones now. That's a likely Eaton is a bit bigger. Jones. And the umpire decided to take a free kick against him, and is taken by Bert, the captain of Coburg. Bert towards the way outer side of the ground was John Douglas, moving in to take the mark. Bill Jacobs.
Well, Douglas is the one player on the ground, I think, but he gets towards our forward line. Smith, the jaw dropped it to Marsh, housed it around the ball, and coming into a Sala, and eventually Frankston get it out of through Carl into the centre of the ground, and Bert, with the fuss, doesn't what to do. Eventually we'll give it to Fitzgerald, and he goes centre half, boots long, up to the forward spot, and if that were marked, what for Canada, don't put it through for...
If they made the mark on the outside of the ground, Bill, you saw quite clearly. Let's have this again before I make the comment. I was going to make a comment, should have paid us a mark.
One would have thought so.
Well, he took it down with him. There's no doubt about that.
You paid the mark, Phil?
I'd have paid the mark.
Anyhow, Olympic Tyre scoreboard, Coburg on 2 goals, and Frank yet to score as we come up to 5 minutes into the first term of the game here at Frankston. Goals to Coburg, 12 points, and Frankston yet to score. Found an excellent condition, absolutely superb condition. Out of the stuff, but it's Jones. He's cast a rebound before reaching half foot to boot in towards Sally. Knocked away from that player and through for a minor score. 1 point only, and first score Frankston Olympic Tyre scoreboard, 1 bid 1 point, and the Coburg 2 goals, 12 points, 5 into the quarter. Now the play kicking back to play is Preto, who will boot it long over towards Burt dispossessed. A chance there for Sala. He got it very quickly for Zanecki, well in the centre, intercepted by Halsell, and Halsell moves the ball up to the ground. Humphrey, judgment not quite there at the time, nor was Douglas away from them. Scramble and news, and it's Lynn coming out of the... And getting it up towards the centre half forward for Frankston, and handling the beautifully, skillfully, gets it across Jones, and good precision football. 6.5 into the term, and that was the best page of play of the day thus far. This one come up again to Frankston, and the mark in their forward line. Looking up. 6.5 minutes into the term, beat a chance post Frank's first goal. Coburg have already kicked 2. Frankston have 1 behind, and it's been moving in. And I think that was for full. Olympic Tyre scoreboard. Frankston have kicked goal 1 and Coburg 2 goals. That's Roy out of centre. A Bell intercept and belting the ball across towards centre wing. And Lee comes up, take Frankston out of a defence into attack up to the half forward line, being in the way of taking them because Hartigan. But he drop kicked the ball. I'd like to check on that one. It would be amazing if he went Burt and further from Lynn. Up don't on our forward line for Cup. Whipped it across toward the half foot. Defence by Housden and Way. And once again it's Lynn coming through strongly for Frankston to get out of trouble. Temple at least. Toward the half back line. That was Harbinson taking mark for Coburg. Harbinson across to a lead up by Douglas. Douglas a little bit Blair. So I think the first mistake he's made, and the freak goes against him, and it'll go to Arthur Bell. Bell reaches centre wing, looking up towards Seraphi, got a nudge up from Poe, but he's got the ball. The crowd sends to 2. Preto across to Fitzgerald, and Coburg going around the member side of the ground, as it were, to the left of your screen. In towards centre of the ground, Burt by Jones, but Burt stronger and a little more skillful on that occasion, towards centre half forward. Up to Howden. Howes coming out, playing well at full-back for him to get across towards centre. Once again, it will be Coburg, Harbinson towards don't make more of a good mark to get it. But Albert in trouble, trying to look for Dartfree, strong defence. Races telling the loops up to Royal, really making cushion. Frankston full flop that one. Preto down on ball, and the umpire will have to bounce. Olympic Tyre scoreboard, Coburg 2 goals, Frankston 1-1, 9 minutes into the first term here at Frankston. And it's been confirmed that it was a kick from Hartigan, cut from the back pocket previously, with some amazing thing to see. Nobody can break clear there, and pass for a free kick, and it will go Pitt. Pitt of Coburg, centre half back. Drives through to the centre round. He's looked for Douglas. That's second to Douglas to the mark. Knock it on, and across go to Hurt as they flow into attack.
I don't wrong. Margin now 5 favourites. Berg. Roberts has a chance. He hasn't been in action for quite a few weeks. Roberts carrying a lot right there. Fricks is umpire 20, and it's going to go to Housden against Smith. The big tyre scoreboard has Coburg 2 12 points to Frankston 1-7. There's a good Douglas. He handballs to his teammate going past in Fitzgerald. He gets his skin now down towards the forward pocket position, and a good mark there to Allison. Great battle there between those two players, Allison and Lynn. Allison standing his ground, ending out in the forward pocket position. Allison lining up the big sticks, going to make it 3 in a row. There's kick. Pye moves across and says one behind only. The first behind to Coburg. They move on to 2 goals, 1 in Frankston, 1 goal, 1-7. Well, I've seen funny things at all in my time, but funniest thing I've ever seen is Phil's eating a donut, especially when it decides to fall down the front of him.
So you've got to have a mouth big enough to handle his, Rob.
Well, the ball now back to Huston. He'll put the ball back into play. Now played 11.5 minutes into the first quarter in the match today on 10. And a good mark again to G's a good player in this first quarter for Coburg. It's his 4th kick for the mark. Looks as if he got dirt in night too. Is John Duck on the half forward, flanking between half forward and centre half. Certainly content this stage in game for Seedle Best Player Award. Now Douglas taking time. There's his kick. A big kick down and see the goal. Big pack themselves in front. Ball knocked away. Grabbed there by Herbert. Herbert lines the big sticks and puts it through for a major 2 Coburg. At Coburg on the 3 goals 1 to Frankston goal 1 on the Olympic scoreboard.
Well, Coburg has been very well at the moment. They've certainly shown up a week there. You can see how well that back line of Frankston is playing when Coburg to put the ball high in the air, because the players are half-back way up front and Hanson at full-back, right? They're both doing well. This was one when it came off for them, and we find Herbert then coming through to put that score through. But they'll have to start running with the ball. Coburg have got running players, they'll have to use them. Put the ball high in the air.
13.5 minutes of the first quarter. The margin just 2 straight kick points. There's the bounce. And set themselves, not getting the advantage there. Coming out with the ball. Fitzgerald, he's a prolific getter too. Down to the scoring zone for Coburg over the pack. Now giving opportunity there. Allison, he snaps away at goal. Fire says another goal to Coburg. From the outside, who gets the ball down, but checked by Coburg going forward. And there's a beautiful knock down there in the last line of defence to house. And Coburg at this stage getting the jump on Frankston. His kick coming in front of our broadcast box. Bird almost brought the ball down. It's Health fighting for it. And coming out with the ball is Easy, but the umpire will for it. Umpire Tawny and Barry Fitzgerald officiating today. Bill bounce the ball on the wing position. Bounce, Fowler across to Douglas. Douglas it is who gets it out. Handing out the ball is Hamill. Hamill gets it going straight across the ground and see the lead and accepted by Cobb. Hold aside to handball across Hamill. Hamill off too slow. Hamill play on says the umpire. Getting ball now across to Burt. Passes to Herbert. Herbert gets it again. Douglas all by himself there. Gee, that's a bad mistake by the Frankston bench, especially an experienced man like Humphrey. Leave Douglas all by himself. And Douglas, who's been star in this game, the 10-match day, has opportunity to post another major for Coburg. They're 25.4 goals, 1. There's the kick, but going to get distance. It's offline as well, the line and out on the full. Mr. Gibbs.
Thanks, Rob. All right, just now for the kick from Allison. Allison puts onto the half-back line on the side of the ground. Lynn was under the half-back line, over the line. And we'll throw in. Scores already. Coburg 4-1 to Frankston's 1-1. Coburg getting 2 quick goals. Play slowed down as we'll get the umpire back into play, and there Roy up the ruck. They reach play. No one getting any good advantage to get it outside to get out of the. Well, as the player to try and be playing 51st game in a day. Over the top they go, and the umpire pushing the back out of Frankston way. Cole take the free, so Cole from the half-back flank. Cole, his kick hasn't touched as he put on its way. Pitt goes for the punch and puts it to the bar. Right under the Franklin stand. Coburg doing it well. Moment. But Frankston has won in the past, quite capable coming back. Kenter is there to get the out from the down to pit, however, and placed high in the towards that half-full zone and mark. And here's the chance now for Frankston to get it away. Come towards Humphrey, bounce beat. There's Don't in there, but Joe Humphrey comes in. With mate in Casey and Lynn Baines' position. Lynn was a half forward. Hartigan is there racing after Coburg. It's a pass across Milroy. Milroy now with his kick out towards the flank position. Fighting for it there is Gary of Coburg. Halbert now high in the air to set forward to stack players in there. Pushed ground and the opportunity now Lynn to get the hands in across towards teammate Zanecki. They pass to Hamill, held towards a centre out, push down wide the pack, no one to control the ball. Look at him trying to get possession there as the umpire, Jim Clody, says there's a free kick will be taken by Frankston, and it'll point towards that forward line, up down to the way Seraphy. Preto hit it off the ground, back towards the centre, and it's Bell who gains possession for Coburg. Bell with the left foot snap kick towards Seraphy, was a bit far out the ball, comes in the direction of Milroy, hand passes out here to lower. Fiedler now his kick towards centre, looking teammate in Gerald, and Fitzgerald accepts the pass. Fitzgerald the left foot towards centre forward. Players get pretty anxious in the Frankston side, and that was Joe Humphrey to come and take the ball away from his teammate in Kenter. It ends up time with Lynn. Lynn now towards the centre round. They fight for it. Hartigan's in there trying to gain possession. Couldn't take away the ball at all. A bit of pushing going on and holding. The umpires picked the kick out of it with the scores reading 4-2-1. Now this Eaton with kick beat out towards centre half forwards in. And Serafini was the player held, I think, to the umpire and gets the free. Beaten. Number 10 of Frankston's side. And there we have Brunswick, Paran 4, Paran 1 more, Brunswick 1 good. Serafini locks them up, puts it its way, and I think he's put it through for points. Well, Frankston just getting a bad needed goal as they went over the top of the ball, coming out the back pass to Humphrey, starring Frankston. Humphrey up towards forward line, bouncing out towards the boundary line. It will be a throw in. Been playing 19.5 minutes into the first quarter. Frankston on 2-1, Coburg on 4-1. Carlos the player who came in, but Milroy who got it back and he got free kick. So Roy, big tall Lindsay Ruckman of the co-side, moves in the high kick up towards the half-wide line. Up is Robert Smith, and he was pushed into the ball then to make a good mark. Got into his teammate in Ducks as Duck drag himself off the ground. It's a bit of weight come into the back of him. Let's watch this again. They go. Oh, the knees struck 15 stone more. As Robert Smith now has the chance to shoot for goal. Hasn't been going too well, has he, Ted?
No, well, he's in different, Phil. He's been out with the injury. He's dropped a couple of times and not as year as he had in the past. He's only kicked 19 this year in all the games played.
Well, the umpire with the crowd, it will be one behind to Coburg, so they got 2. They're 26 against Frankston's 2-1, total of 13. Bill Jacobs.
It might be the whack that Smith took for Coburg, because Dunst is in a lot of pain. Out and bringing it away from fence up to the centre wing spot. Coburg a lot better. One was Hubinson to the half-forward line to Dunn, who's got a clear paddock in front of him. He goes directly, giving it across to Hals. And they're going around corners. Coburg, they've run into the power duck like a robber's dog. Free kick to Frankston, deservedly so. Humphreys. Coburg fiddle in, particularly starting with Terry Dunn, who could have run towards goal. However, it's Humphrey in the pocket, getting Frankston out of their last minute defence. Harbin certainly wanted that. This time it is to Hartigan, across there in turn to Hamill of Franks, taking it away. It playing as well as anybody at the moment, and the ball will drift on out of bounds. Hit fifth kick. Coburg have dubbed Franks to score 4-2-2. The Olympic type scoreboard. Milroy from the back was successful there, and he gave it down to Burt. Hurried kick towards centre half forward. Doug cleverly teamed out of Doan, who are gun fiddles. This time straightens up, and this time he's put through for 1 point. Coburg 4-3. 37 points, leading Frankston 2-13 on the entire scoreboard at the 1.5 minute mark of the first term. Frankston have steadied a little since rather sluggish start. 1,000 to put it back into play. Up towards his team, up back line, and up to Bell, up to Frankston, and Big LOM. Bomb at half-back. Through to the centre ground and left to Jens to do the air work, which was ridiculous, really. Boyd came into assist. They get it up through Sala, the centre half-ward spot. It's about Jules Serafini and Beto. The ball flit out. Anyone ball this. Jones successfully whips it up and pops it through for a point. Frankston 2-14, Coburg 4-3-20 on the Olympic scoreboard, and it's getting cool down. All says of warming up, of course. Repeating the entire score, the Olympic high score I'm checking. Now Coburg 4-3, Frankston 2-2.
Well, Frankston good, Bill, when they get that run on aim as you saw then, and they can get that. Usually if James is in most of the moves of this.
Well, all the human bits running around. That's Mark Milroy. Milroy at the half length, tears down towards the centre wing position. Douglas coming in, knocked away with a line out of bounds. The score 4-3 to 2-2. Coburg leading, and that's score at the 23-minute mark.
Who means there, Bill? Anyway, it's 24 minutes into the first quarter. The ball out of bounds under the stand on the outside of the ground. Frankston 2-2 and Coburg 4-3. Well, Reichman set themselves. Milroy winning in the hands down. Gets the out from there. Players scatter around and the opportunity then for Coburg to get it away. They can do so. And look at the scrambling players. Terry Duck scouts around them with also Glenn Casey and Frankston 9 getting the advantage as it goes over. So on the stand side of the ground, players themselves bombs in there, but Milroy swinging the ball down to the ground. There's a kick from the pack going up. Now I think it was kicked it, but Bell, who's come to take the mark. So now his kick up towards half-forward line. Players hunting in pass at the moment, which is rather difficult players to get it away. Boyd in position. Boyd and Sarah clean enough. Mark of the day. Certainly a stage for the direct mark of the day. 25 minutes into the first quarter. Look at this. He's in line for the $50 cash and the product for sure. Good mark there by Rene Serafini. Puts on its way and a shot kick to what was a effort in maintaining control of the ball. So it's Frankston on to 2-3 with Coburg on 4-3. Robbery.
It's amazing how often you see a player take a great mark and can't handle the occasion with the concentration of kick that follows. That was most unfortunate for Renato Serafini, who certainly is one of the personality players in the fay. Back the action. It's down there on the half bank as Hubbardson takes the ball, moves it back over his shoulder. Burt there lines himself, has it knocked away from him, going very close to the boundary line. Play on to the umpire, get his kick in, and wins it easiest mark to free in front of John Douglas. 27 play 15 on the Olympic time scoreboard, and we've just moved on to time on first quarter. There's the ball on the forward flank. Frankston kicking to the screen. Here's the ball. Scores come through. Field 2 goals 4-16. Melbourne 5 goals 1-31. Now on the half-forward flank position for Coburg, and they're kicking to the left of your screens. Don't touch the ball. Get kick in. A foot kick right towards the centre half-forward position. The wide out spaces now. And going in ball. Well, that's a fight. On the other side of the ground. Yes, there it is.
Introducing the Dandy Dollar Dash, sponsored by Dandy Dollar Savings.
Right, well, back here.
Thank you very much, Phil. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On this rather crisp day here at Frankston Oval, we're about to see the runners get underway in round 14 of the Dandy Dollar 1000. And ladies and gentlemen, the runners being called up now to their marks for the 14th round of the Dandy Dollar 1000. And the outmarker Maury Webb is number 14. And a very good field today. They're starting in front of the grandstand, then round through the tape in 2 laps. Sid Jackson, the starter, about to send them on their way. And away they go now, and towards the first turn, and Maury Webb is showing out in the front with Jimmy King laying in behind him. There's a long break then to the third runner there. You'll notice is Wes Barrett in the grey jacket, and he was followed closely a bit further back by Jeff McGregor, who's running in brown. Further back in the field, just in behind them, came Laurie Pope, who's in purple, and the gap then further back to back behind them, Paul Carroll in black. Trevor Keeler's in the yellow jacket, followed by Bob Triplow in the green. And then Trevor Rollinson, last year's 1000 winner, is in the blue jacket. Just ahead of him is Pat Healy as they go through with 2 laps to go. And in the pink jacket now, trailing out to last, is Cole Sykes. Going to the goal post at the far end of the track, and the leader here, moving up very quickly to take over now, is Jeff McGregor as they go around that bottom turn. Jeff McGregor leading out from second place, Maury Webb. Then Wes Barrett third, Laurie Pope, Trevor Keeler fifth, and he's followed closely by Paul Carroll. Bob Triplow, and moving up very quickly on the outside in the blue, you'll notice there Trevor Rollinson is making ground. Pat Healy is next, and he was followed a bit further back by Mick O'Connor in the white, and Jeff Child in red is dropping back to be next to last at that point, and dropping out to last is Jim King. They go into the far turn, and the leader here showing out nicely at this point of the event is Jeff McGregor. Holds a break of about 15 metres over Paul Carroll. 2 metres further back is Pat Healy, and then Wes Barrett, followed closely by Laurie Pope. Behind him is Trevor Keeler. Then there's a break of a couple of metres to Trevor Rollinson on the inside of Bob Triplow, and a break further back to Mick O'Connor, followed by Jeff Child, Maury Webb, and further back to Cole Sykes. Coming through to get the bell, and the leader still was Jeff McGregor, running along nicely, about 6 or 8 metres in advance of Paul Carroll. In third place is Pat Healy, about to make a move, and he's followed by Wes Barrett. Then Laurie Pope, next Trevor Rollinson, and back behind them is Trevor Keeler in the yellow, followed by Jeff Child in the red going forward. You'll notice they're just behind them, and Bob Triplow is in the green making a move. Going to the far section of the track now, with about 300 metres left to go, and the leader still at this point of the event would be Jeff McGregor, just in advance of Pat Healy. He's coming after him quickly. 8 metres further back to Wes Barrett, then Paul Carroll, followed by Trevor Keeler running on, and then Trevor Rollinson, followed by Bob Triplow, Laurie Pope, Jeff Child, and Mick O'Connor. They go to the far turn with about 180 metres left to go, and Pat Healy has dashed away at this point of the event, opened up a break of about 8 metres. In the second place then Jeff McGregor. They've sprinted well clear of Wes Barrett, followed by Trevor Keeler, and then Paul Carroll as they round the home turn where Pat Healy is sprinting hard. He's got a nice break in advance there of Jeff McGregor as they straighten up, and they're well clear from Wes Barrett, followed by Trevor Keeler, Trevor Rollinson, Bob Triplow and Jeff Child. Pat Healy in front now. Coming after him again is Jeff McGregor, but Pat Healy will see it out. Pat Healy's won at about a metre to who in second place was Jeff McGregor. Third home Trevor Keeler, Wes Barrett, and then Jeff Child, followed by Bob Triplow, and back behind the Mick O'Connor, Laurie Pope, and further away in the field Paul Carroll, followed by Cole Sykes, who was second last, and Maury Webb, one of the last in, and just behind them comes Jim King. And the winner of the event, the well-judged run by Pat Healy. Running off 32 metres, Pat Healy is first, second placing to Jeff McGregor, and the third Trevor Keeler. Official placings, and the grey was fourth, that was Wes Barrett. 2:35.55 was the time, 2:35.55, and here now is Rob Asprey to chat with today's winner of the 1000, Pat Healy.
Thank you, John. We're having a look at the replay now, Pat. There was a little bit of doubt there, about 25 metres from the finish.
I think I stood in a hole, Rob.
Well, that's where you are now. What were you thinking there? I better give it a bit more?
Oh, I think I had it sewn up then. I was sort of listening to Johnny Russell's call to see where they were. I thought they'd be coming at me. I thought if they caught me, they'll have me at the top of the straight. If they didn't have me once I got in the straight, they wouldn't get near me.
Yeah.
But I haven't done any training. I'm the most surprised person here, I can tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very, very happy.
Just finishing there, the race now, the replay. Looking at that, there's no doubt about it, you are a class runner, considering you haven't done any training. When you say you've done some training,
Oh,
sure.
you know, just jogging around. I've got to go in a hospital this week for a knee operation, and they've kept on putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So I've got all this nervous energy built up.
Right.
If I can get a run in, I might be able to utilise it a bit.
What's wrong with the knee? Which one?
I've got a cartilage.
Oh, yeah.
In there, it's got to come out. So I'm always pleased to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you, Pat. I'm pleased to talk to you. Well, the reason that you're pleased to talk to me is Bing Hanrahan comes on after me with $75.
85, Rob.
$85.
That's right, 85.
Listen, where's that lady, that one with the big chest?
Oh, well, she's suffering from a chest cold. Yeah, she got a chest cold last week.
She went over with a big way last week, Bing.
That's right.
You have to bring her back.
About 25 to go, I think, that lady that was here last week.
Make the presentation, Bing.
Congratulations, Pat. I'd like to present you with a Dandy Dollar Super Savings Passbook.
Thank you.
Together with the winner's sash. And the old knee stands up for the September grand final run. I hope you make it, Pat. I'm sure you'll be
in there boxing on, hopefully.
Okay.
Yes, well, we hope so, because he certainly is a great attraction to our half-time Dandy Dollar Dashers. And again now, here's John Russell.
Right, thank you very much, Rob. Now, here's the field in today's 14th round of the Dandy Dollar Dash. We have a former stall gift winner on the back mark, Alan Pollock in red from 16 metres. Graham Borchers in white 24, John Keeley's in blue from 28, Paul Mullen in yellow from 30, Rod Cameron in green from 36, Joe Brown in pink from 40, Kevin Dowie in black 42, Darrell Henderson in the brown jacket 42, Neville Walker in purple from 44, and Peter Gould, the outmarker, in the grey jacket from 48 in today's round of the Dandy Dollar Dash. And they're in the starters' hands. Mr. Sid Jackson about to send them on their way. Good field in today's final of the Dandy Dollar. Outmarker Peter Gould getting set. And away they go, and Gould leads the way early from Walker, followed by Henderson and then Dowie. And further back is Brown, Cameron just in behind them, followed by Mullen in the yellow. And making ground is Graham Borchers around the outside in white. He's followed by John Keeley next to last, and Alan Pollock in the red is last of all. Down the back, and they're going very hard in the lead now. Neville Walker is just in advance here of Peter Gould. There's not much between the pair of them. Joe Brown is third, and he was followed a bit further back then by Darrell Henderson, followed by Kevin Dowie, and further back to Rod Cameron as they come around the top turn. Peter Gould again takes the lead now in second place, running on Walker, followed by Brown, and further back in the field starting to come home well as Rod Cameron. Then came Dowie, followed by Graham Borchers as they straighten up. Gould is still in front of Brown, who's trying hard to get to him. Gould is still in front of Brown, coming after him, but Gould is going to see it out and lead almost all the way, and Peter Gould takes it out. Joe Brown second, followed third by Rod Cameron, Kevin Dowie, then Graham Borchers, Neville Walker, Alan Pollock well back with Paul Mullen, and the next home was John Keeley, and one of the last to finish in the event, Darrell Henderson. The winner of the event, the 14th round of the Dandy Dollar Dash, Peter Gould of 48. Second place getter, Joe Brown, running of 40. Third in the green was Rod Cameron from 36, and fourth in the black jacket, Kevin Dowie from 42. Just awaiting the time. 47.5 the time, 47.5 in the 14th round of the Dandy Dollar. Back again to Rob Asprey.
We're having a look at the replay now. Congratulations, Peter. That was a very, very good run. Looked really good.
Thanks.
What were your thoughts? There really was no doubt about that coming down the straight, was there?
Well, they're all good runners. I was just hoping nobody would get up there and come around me.
Well, Kevin O'Neill, what did you think of the run?
I thought it was a very good run. Peter got out the front there and made them chase him, and he kept the pace going right through the straight there. They were coming at him, but he wasn't going to give in. It was a credible run.
What was the time, Kevin?
47.5, which is a lot faster than any of the heat times.
Yes, 49.9 was his heat time.
Yes.
So it's good.
The
first win for Peter?
First, to my knowledge, it is, Peter. First win in pro ranks.
Righto, well, Bing Hanrahan to make the presentation on behalf of our very good friends, Dandy Dollar Savings.
Congratulations, Peter. It was a great effort, especially being your first win. And I'd like to present you with our Super Savings Passbook together with the winner's sash. And I hope you can keep going to get the big one in September.
Right,
Okay.
thank you very much for being hand in hand. And you'll be pleased to get that $85 and that's it.
Terrific, yeah.
All right. Let's hope that we can see more off you too.
Thanks.
All right, well, that's just about it. Did you say there was something else, Bob, our director? Oh, the car. You've got the car over there. Bing, tell us about that car. We're getting a nice shot of the car.
Stanza, Rob, it is part of the winning prize in first value of $7,450. And we'd like to thank Datsun for being a part of the action here on VFA each Sunday.
Yes, Phil Gibbs just passed me a message down the line through my earpiece. He just does hope that you can get that girl back because she's a great attraction.
I certainly will. She'll be back. She's out with a boyfriend, I think, Rob.
Wearing, just a minute, we're on air. Wearing the T-shirt.
All right. Yes, all right.
How's your fan mail going, by the way? You're getting more letters than Phil lately?
One fan, this electric one in the room.
Oh, he's got the lines too, Phil. All right, well, here again is Phil Gibbs.
Okay, thanks very much, Rob. And there was the Dandy Dollar Dash for today. Just repeating the half-time scores. Coburg 11-4, 70, Frankston 10-6, 66.
And the Dandy Dollar Dash is sponsored by Dandy Dollar Savings.
Right, well, there we have John Nichols going into the coach box. Teams are lining up to do battle in the second half of the game. Let's have a look at the statistics here.
Well, statistically, Coburg had more of the play at half-time. You can see they had 130 possessions to 17. Majority of those extra possessions but kicks, 110 kicks to Coburg, 91 Frankston. Marks, reasonably even, 34 Frankston, 7 to Coburg. Freaks, 20 to Coburg, 18 to Frankston, and hand passes very even. Frankston with 26-29.
Well, all has just been bound. We see come upfield to try clear it as Hasey to Frankston's side. Goes in that's a Milroy, wide to centre. Milroy up towards centre half forward. Up to two Frankston players, but it was Priest to pull in the mark. He hand passes across to Howes. Howes out towards the wing on the stand side of the ground. That comes in to take it. Getting on his opponent nicely. Will get the kin, keep it low. And moving in Laidler to win it. Laidler part to Bird. Bird with a hand pass. As we have half-time scores from the matches, Port Melbourne 9, leading Caulfield 39. Brunswick to 7, just trotting Paran 28. Then we move on to the division scores with Northcote leading Mortier, Campbell trailing Werribee, Heavily leading Yarraville, Sunshine just trailing Bottle, Williamstown leading Oakland. Right to the play here, it's on the forward of Frankston, but there we see Cleary relieving for Coburg. Come wide in the centre of the ground. Terry Duckross to an intercept hand pass. Oh, look at Humphreys through. Over is Cleary and the umpire has given the free kick to Humphrey. They just wave it to him. What a second of those, Ted?
No, Philip.
Right. Well, now Humphrey coming in, put the ball on its way toward the forward zone. In comes, he's caught, but get away with it now is lead of Coburg up towards Pretto Pitt, and Pitt from the wing on the outside of the ground now. It's a long kick and downhill from defence into attackers. A big Humphrey here again to pin the mark.
What a great defender this fellow.
He's done an excellent job today. This is the 13th kick. It goes towards Milroy on the centre. Indecision between Roy and Halbert. And defensive Stones who comes to pick it up. Jumps up the water a feed who comes in. Buffett it. Loses possession of the ball. Down goes Pretto. The umpire wants to come in and ball it up. Boy, they've started off at a pace, Ted.
Well, it certainly is a case, and this is naturally in Frank's favour. They're towards the extra wind alley, and whereas Coburg should be doing all attacking with the Bruce.
Right, there goes the out, and it was getting the knockout from the comes in the direction of Grin. He turns and the ball up too low then. It was smothered. Pitt as the two recover came position. He gets hand pass out to Burt. Burt with a further pass goes wide of Pretto, and no, it's at a bounce. He gets that foot kick back towards the centre. Players wait for the bounce. It comes toward Casey. Casey with a hand pass here. He hit Zanecki, and there's clearing it across to Halbert. Halbert, the long hand pass to Douglas, heading going into toward goal, and he'll get a kick successfully. No. Gets it towards Allison, not successfully, and it's gone over the line bounds. Now, our best player will receive today Cedar Duct with $50 in cash, and also the Puma Pact, and of course that's the Puma boot. And the market that gets the Jill product with $50 in cash and May $1,000 at the end of the season. It's the market of the season. It gets the weight clear, trying the weight up. Not very much of it, but that was good play by Ed to make sure that was held up.
That's good play. He used his body very well, Phil.
Right, and it comes once again, and up goes Fellows from them down here towards Halbert. They put it down the full, very close to the line, and Empire has lead. It's out of bits on the full. And the free kick will be Jerry. So coming in between the gun behind, but it's high in the air. Was settling under the ball. Up they go. Milroy tried to take mark, but it was not here by Cole. And then Bell brought down to the ground, pushed it according to the umpire, fought it for the Frankston defence, and he'll take the kick now back line. Plays it right at the centre ground. Players back here. And moving through again is Grin is making his presence felt. Tripped it off. As he covers quickly, he's very quickly on the lead. He's offed it over the boundary. The umpire's got a free kick further afield, and this puts Frankston scoring range, and it will be Peter Boyd to take free. He's towards the bund of the ground. It's not happy. Well, Peter Boyd on its way, and it'll get right through big sticks to put Frankston in.
5 minutes as a Grundle Coke supporter. 5 minutes into the third term, and Frankston doing pretty much as they do. Halsall, the two tackling on Coburg by Frankston is fierce, and they go away to Casey up towards Serafini, and he hooked in. Didn't know it was cricket. There's the replay, and Serafini hooked it in, and he comes it with another goal, and that is 6th goal for the day. Well, it's 26-11 for Frankston leading and looking good with more poise, and he taking it out of the centre towards the centre half forward spot, but Coburg will repulse the attack at the true centre back position, and that's Eade towards the centre. What he's got Pretto there with a bit of a chance. Pretto couldn't control it, but did, and he's thumped it out in a Cleary's throwing his way around quite judiciously, and pleasing spectators, I can assure you. One seems fairly passive. It's 12-6-11-4. Out of pack. Pratt again. And Ainsley. And the free kick out of Pratt.
And they switched it to centre forward. John Douglas gone forward back on Serafine. Bill.
That's not a bad move. It'll be a 15-metre penalty here. And that will bring to some 50 metres too. That will be Pratt well up. He might get pretty close to the square, even further. With the score 12-11-4 at the 8-minute mark, third quarter. And here's Poe, who's stood the day full back. At a back kick, it's offline, had some distance, but it was well offline. And M-Bomb has been part of the mark. Across now, Houston, who's done a good job. Oh, that's out of bounds. The umpire citizen, so I guess he's closer. And handball, get it up further. This time Hamill, and will drive through up the centre half forwards with Douglas in front of Raffini out of Caden. Douglas up into the ground, and then he committed a few sins, but he took a mark there. Up to the half forward line, Coburg race into attack. Herbert across to all forward spot. Housen punches as he's been all day, and backing Bell, took it away from the bottom of the pack. And Bell will travel 14 metres up towards the selling position. Hartigan's Coburg's chance. Hartigan away with the ball, breaking the but only just. And again it's Eade to come relieve pressure for Coburg. Getting it towards centre half forward. They've got nobody at home coming. And then Halsall, held across Pretto. Pretto into open goal and off and for 1-1. They've revved up a little bit then. They'll need to rev a little bit more. Coburg. 9 minutes into the term, and Pretto being really lively around the half. It's 12-6. 12-6-5 with Frankston leading and holding firm at the moment.
So far this quarter, Frankston have kicked 2 goals, Coburg 1 point.
Well, it's 12-6-11-5. Frank up toward Terry Dane. But the funnels, M-Bomb will go in. M flips it out and further afield. Up to a beaten further to centre with Zanecki coming in. And eventually to take it away towards the forward line. Front there was Humby, and Humphrey the ball over the line for a throw and take place. Bounds on the half line for Frankston. Up scoreboard, Frankston 12-6 and Coburg 11-5. 10 minutes of the third quarter, a vital term, and that'll be a free kick Milroy of Coburg. Milroy on the half-back flank. Coburg need at least 5 or 6 goals in this term, which suggests Milroy's kick towards Pretto, and Pretto only half interested in that one as it goes over the line of bounds.
Well, Pretto looked at a place a forward line. Well, he wasn't that well against Serafini, but he said it's out of play down here.
Doesn't look too happy, that's sure. Ball thrown back in for C, and it's going to come away back out towards Beaton in the small player number 6 to Frankston. Halbert to get rid of the ball, and Hubbell's got to be the decision against it, and Coburg not able to break clear. Gebbins. Mother with a bell. Arthur Bell playing 51st game. Up to a half-forward spot. Serafini there had it thumped by Douglas. Harbin's a good player, Coburg out to Pitt. It Grinblatt for Frankston, and eventually a ball out through Hamill, out across to Elsel of Coburg, who relieves the pressure. Getting it towards the centre of the ground, nobody home except Zeki Frankston. He's clear towards goal, got an open goal in front of him, and it's through for full points. Creighton third.
Well, the margin is only 13 points. We have a great game on our hands here. We've now played 12 minutes in third quarter. James grabbed the ball. He's immediately grabbed, brought around, and the umpire has penalised James. Kicked it down. Drives the ball down to the forward position. A player goes up, no one can get possession of the ball. Comes through, he's good, could be played free kick, and that's in fact did apply. Fury. Certainly one of the personality players in the VFA, very conspicuous. We don't have to say, but he's also a very good player. There's Fury. Kicking the ball, looks as it's offline. The umpire runs right across, and it's correct, line behind only. Frankston on the big tire scoreboard. 13 goals, he 4. Margin now just 12 points. 8-4, play 72 the Olympic tire scoreboard. Now it's the opportunity for Berg, who needs goals badly at the moment. There's kick going right into the goal square. Big pack of play up. No one bring the ball down. Coming ball now is Howden, and what a shocking by Howden off the side of his suit over the line in the fourth. Clear down there waiting for the kick. He'll clear right on the very line, as you can see. Brunswick leading Paran 24-29. There's kick by Kerry, right, and it's going close. It's 4 points to go. Badly needed that one.
They certainly would need that one rocked. Very surprising today. I thought Coburg would outpace Franks, but every time the Frankston players get the ball, they've got enough pace running away from the Coburg players, and this is rather surprising. When you look at the type of players in the Coburg side, such as Doan and Halbert and Hassel and Allison and Van Herbert on the half flank, but they've been outpaced here today by Frankston.
Comments there from Ted Henry, the VFA champion, and of course Jay Liston will winner. The bounce in the centre of the ground. Can the Dons fix their lead? Can Ryan come back? There's kick now. Opportunity as Pretto's the ball. Script back towards the big stick. It's wrong in towards goal. Offline. And for other behind to Coburg. Takes them on to 12 goals 7. 79. Frankston 13 goals 84. There's the cut. Oh, big one too. Going right out there in front of the scoreboard. Humphries grabs the ball, or Frankston kicks high. Right there in front position. Going in and taking them as he rolls over on the ground. It's Beaton. Beaton with the sun on his face. Kicks high. Set them there, and coming up with the is Laidler. Laidler for Coburg, kicking back towards centre half forward position. Players will have trouble with the sun there, but as Getty didn't have any trouble at all. Hand pass to Houghton. Houghton is clear. Decides to get his kick in for the win position. Going forward now for Frankston. Glad it is now. Takes the ball into the scoring zone, and the block in Serafini can't get control of it. A big battle there with Douglas. The opportunity, but it's too late over the line and outbounds in the forward pocket. Frankston king to the right of your screen, king to the bay end. Sun is streamed down. They throw in, big set themselves, ball down, the umpire's kick. Okay there, and it's Milroy. Milroy, one of the men on the ground. There's the quarter-time score into Natefield. You're interested in one. The VFA 3 goals 4-22. South Australia 1 goal 8. That's the time score in the interstate game. Back to the action here. It's Beaton take ball now. As handballs, runs around an opponent, is caught and should be paid. Penalty kick there. Yes, he is. Don't came through, decided to play. Did you see that? What did you think?
Well, the player went on, but his grab too high. Humphrey, no doubt about it.
Goes up towards the forward zone, taken away by his long part here, and here's the opportunity for Zarnecki to get across to Casey. Casey now from the half-back line. Opponents in left-footed, wide to centre of the gun. Burt bears in on the, but it goes through teammate Laidler. Laidler's a player trying to make away. It's grabbed him too high. Empire given him the free kick at centre half-back. Laidler of Coburg now gets the kick in high air towards centre forward. Gibb comes out, tries to take that, but gets pushed in the box as the umpire, and he gets the free kick. We have on 36-80 leading Coburg, 12 and total of 79. So Gibb lines them up and a half, but it's not a bad kick either. It's offline and goes for the one behind. So that's Coburg on to 12-80, 4 points down. Frankston score of 13-6-84.
And Coburg have kicked one goal for in this quarter. Frankston 3 straight goals.
Okay, it's Lynn making the kick off to half-back line. Play up front. Murray Burke came in to pull in them. That was a good one. He's a goal kicking this position earlier today. Kicked by Jones, the smallest player on the ground. Playing the rover roll today. Puts it on way, won't get anywhere near distance. Milroy comes up in the middle of us to take the mark. Opportunity for Herbert to turn around now, shoot for goal, and I think he might have put... Yes, it's a goal to Coburg. Well, we're coming back to the gun at 90-minute mark in the third quarter, and a point lead. There's a good bench punt for some youngsters down here at Frankston. Up the tree. Right. The umpire blowing the whistle. Milroy in, had the unheld according to umpire Tawny, and Milroy gets through. So Milroy, Geddes on the mark. He's made a difference since he's in on the ground too, Geddes against Milroy. They get to kick up towards centre forward. Frankston play going up, interfering with one another. But the umpire will play the whistle, call for the ball up. Will Tawny, umpire this in. And it's only 25 metres up from the goal. Every chance Coburg gets a score. Here is his tap wide of the pack. Howes puts it very high air. Straight up. Come down about 3 metres away from, but fortunate taking it away is Casey. Casey ends the centre, waiting for it. Here is Hardigan. Comes into the mark for Coburg. So Hardigan from just wide of the centre now. Player trying to cover their opponents. Hardigan now. It's the ball its way. It's a good play kick too. Into the goal square, up hands of the players and drops through for the one behind. So Coburg now go 13-9, 3 points ahead. Frankston 13-6. Housden will be the player, but they'll take the kickoff. They're trying a few play moment, kicking the ball. It goes out to the half-back line. Waiting for it was Pitt, who went up the air to try and pull it up, but he's paid Humphrey. It looked to me as though Pitt got his hands to it then, but Humphrey has been paid the mark. And it's his 15th kick coming up. So the big fellow's in. Keeps it in towards the centre of the ground before it got to Thompson. They go over top of it, no one able to get away at this stage. It's picking a free out, says throwing the ball, scoping the ground, and the kick will be taken by Burt, who plays it out towards that line. And that was Terry, who's taken it now towards centre half forward. Get fast to take the mark. It's kicked towards the win on the outside of the ground, and here's Zarnecki with it. He was about to hand punt to Jones. He stood off the ground. Jones fought, it's shoved. He's over the limb of the ball for a throw. The ball's to be thrown towards. Listen to the crowd as they have the ground punt. And Milroy getting up in front of, gets the knockout from the ruck. It's knocked by Latherfield, picked up by Hudson. Harbinson towards the centre. Dole's got a chance to grab this. He's got it, running right downfield. Didn't quite know which way to turn as he played back up towards centre half. And there's Burt looking for it to snap it out of the air. It's very quickly onto him, but Burt now gets the lead. And it's Terry Don't who'll do it. Don't look running. He should. He passed back here, John Douglas. Douglas now. Fake hand pass and then decide to get it up towards that right forward pop. Ebom is a player to move in and going around the bound line. Get a kick now towards Big Humphrey, who comes in to take mark. Humphrey down front of the main stand, gets his kick to the wing. Now the second, that looks like Ebom. No, beaten. It's a bit like Jones. He moves to the ball. As Jones coming in now, cut it at centre forward. So Jones at the true centre forward position. Up looking Serafini. Come through towards the player too. He'll kick back upfield. Might have put it out on the full. It's bounced over. The umpire indicates it's bounced over. Will be a throw in, Bill.
Well, we've been travelling for 22 into this term, and Coburg are not doing anything to give their supporters much hope. It's down their half line now. Might have been a freak to don't, but eventually Burr. Then across to Reed into Hassel in the centre, and Halsall through the centre up towards a half. But Lynn is in a good, strong defence all day, the player. Lynn will pop it across in the direction of M. The bomb completes the exercise, moves to the back towards an E. E's an E through the centre. Over to Jones leading there, so too was that. Away. Some glide by Cleary there, and Coburg come away through their Capert. He kicks out the half forward, but